Give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber?
Yeah. On 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we run it, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. U.P.K top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line van to a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in the attic like they in Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, I'm
We good?
Yes, sir.
Let's clap it up. Yahweh Shem Shabrak Yahweh Shemala Thun by Shem Yahweh Shai. You all know tonight, usual scripture breakdown. Lock this make sure it's locked. It looked like it slid a little bit. You all know tonight, usual scripture breakdown in DC, right? You all know next week, Thursday, Thursday, December the 8th. That's next week, Thursday. Jeremiah Hyman gonna be down in DC doing the scripture breakdown. You're all invited. Y'all come on down, DC school. We're gonna be hosting the general doing the scripture breakdown. Also tonight, 9 p.m. You'll check out Command and General YAHANNA live on Blackwatch. You'll like, subscribe, share that thing everywhere, man. Send them likes up, go in the comment section. You know what I mean? Hit the general up, heal them out. You know what I mean? Say, type your questions in. Let's try and run this algorithm off the damn cliff. You know what I mean? I don't know. These damn sodomites up in these what do you call them? Not websites. The social media companies. You know what I mean? They have a damn math problem, restricting you, which is what an algorithm really is. It's a math equation. An elaborate math equation that's saying what you could say and what you can't say. The Lord give you a goddamn mouth. F the algorithm. Right? So you'll go up there, flood that whole thing, get them likes, all the way up. Tell a friend, tell your children, tell everybody. You'll get in there and rock the whole thing out, man. He's the only man saying anything worth listening to right now anyway. You know what I mean? Jews being black, the suffering of the Jews, who are the real Jews, the incarceration of the Jews, the immigration problem of the real Jews. You know what I mean? He's the only man, sticking to what Christ laid down, Christ's program. Everybody else, all mutual funds are not the same. You know what I mean? All mutual funds are not the same. With the real deal, I.S.U.P.K, straight outer Harlem, New York, 1 West, 125th Street, 1969, man. Rocking this truth for, forever. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into it tonight. If anybody had any questions, y'all could get them in. There's some questions in the room. I'll get to them. And if anybody online has questions, please type them in. We also have a call-in number. See if you could find a banner to keep it up on the screen for the majority of the class. All right, or switch it back and forth. You could call in, and we'll hear you. You could ask a question directly, especially for some more elaborate question that I might ask you more things back and forth. See if you could do that. All right. And I believe that's about it. Salakia. Big up Captain Gadalha and Officer Shabal. Captain Gadalha, Officer Shabal gonna be holding it down out there in Vegas. Everybody flying out, heading out there to Las Vegas for the West Coast cookout. You know what I mean? We're gonna light that whole thing up. Starting tomorrow, scripture breakdown class with Jeremiah Hyman is going to be at 7 p.m. Vegas time, which is 10 p.m. East Coast time. So tomorrow night's scripture breakdown class will not be at the usual 7 p.m., but it'll be at 10 p.m. All right? They have a 3-hour difference. Don't worry, you stay up for more bullshit. You know what I mean? So 10 p.m. ain't no big deal. So you'll lock in, tune into it. Friday, I believe, is camp. Saturday is the cookout. I forget what Sunday is. Anybody have the flyer? If anybody have the flyer, just run it down. What they got going on. Go ahead.
It's Thursday, December 1st, scripture breakdown with Jeremiah Hyman. 7 p.m. their time. What's 10 p.m. East Coast time. And then following that is the West Coast radio. And that's at 10, 11, 12. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. East Coast time.
Right, and I believe the West Coast radio is going to come together with the Cross the Line. Right, so Cross the Line West Coast radio probably going to be at 1 a.m. our time, the usual time. All right, 1 a.m. our time, because the time difference. I could verify that, if you need to. Go ahead.
And Friday, December 2nd is camp at 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. And then they have the after party, which is at 8 p.m. until Then Saturday, December 3rd.
Do they have a location for the after party? I believe they have a location.
It's not on the flyer.
It's not on there. Ain't no sweat. Yeah, once again, if you're down there, just get in contact with Captain Gadalha, Officer Shabala, anywhere of them West Coast soldiers, man. There's some good solid brothers out there. Kwamal, Korak. You know what I mean? Anybody who are against like Fabuwan, main man Fabuwan, you know what I mean? Malakama, Lahab, Kazakia, yeah, good soldiers down there. I.S.U.P.K gonna be out there heavy. You know what I mean? We're gonna go down there and take over the whole strip, UPK style, you know what I mean? What else you have? That's it?
Saturday, December 3rd, we have West Coast barbecue from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Right. The barbecues is Saturday, Barack.
If I could, just revert to the last thing that was just mentioned. We had some online questions from Olivia Arnold asking, what's the address for the next cookout out in Vegas?
Is the address on there?
Live, sir.
Okay, whoever is asking the question, just contact any of the schools on the West Coast and they'll give you the address, right? I just know it's Vegas. That's all. Just drop me in the middle there where the cactus is. I'll find the cookout, right? But it's Vegas. So just contact any one of those West Coast schools. You're going to get the address, all right? What else we have on, Bakwash?
The last one is the after party. It's going to be at the club from 8 p.m. until the club's not specified on the flyer.
Yeah, I believe it's locked down. I believe they have a whole zone locked down. How the UPK always do it. Sunday, have anything there listed for Sunday? Sunday's a free day. You could travel back if you need to, or you could they should have some ground events. It might be the range or something like that on Sunday. All right, and that's about it. All right, so what we getting into? What we got?
So far, that was the only question
No sweat.
So far. I had a question myself, but it's off topic.
No sweat. Hold on. Bakwash, let me hear you.
Can I get a general breakdown on Revelation 7 and 9? Christians are saying, calling this this is the reason everybody can be saved.
This is the reason everybody could be saved.
They're using this scripture as saying this is calling for everybody to be saved.
Okay. Hold on one second. You said Revelations what?
Revelation 7 and 9.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Bakwash, go ahead with it.
This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
All right, listen, that's the scripture I was looking for. You back it up, turn off the lights. Let's go back into the world. That's the one I needed. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, we dressing all this weird way, speaking this damn language. And in the end, all the shit we doing don't matter. Everybody's still gonna come in. So what the fuck we doing? I mean, why are we even here? Shit. With that, if that's the case, right? Why do you have to do anything? It's ridiculous. All right, let's read it one more time.
It's Revelation chapter 7, verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
Okay. And what are they saying exactly?
The Christians are saying this is how they're saying everybody can be saved, because everybody's going to be coming before the throne.
Okay.
And everybody, all people, all nations, all languages are going to come before the throne, and they're going to be worshiping the Most High, and they're going to be saved. This is what Christians are saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And because of the all nations.
All
right, cool. Okay. 1 second, Salaki, brother. Okay. All right. Read it one more time again.
Revelation chapter 7, verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
And palms in their hands. And white robes and palms in their hand, clothed with everybody. Okay, give me the okay, they might not accept the Apocrypha. Go ahead, Shapat.
If I may precept.
Let me hear you.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 22. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all.
That's not good enough, because it says two kingdoms, two nations, but here it says of all nations. And they're going to say that's the Old Testament. Remember, he's saying as a Christian he battled. Where is it? 12 and 9? 7 and 9? Okay. You got to cut them right here in the New Testament. All right? Okay. So this is where we're going. You're going to take them up to verse 1. Right? That's where really, when you're battling a Christian, you don't need to, I mean, how to describe it? You ever see Mayweather fight them bums who fighting him now? Does he do anything spectacular? Basic boxing. 1 foot in the tire, jab, and spin. That's it. You win the fight. When you're battling a Christian, brother, you don't need to do nothing elaborate. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They don't know the Bible. They don't know what the verse above says. Why would you go anywhere else? You get the point? Very rarely you have to go anywhere else. Keep them 1 foot in the tire, just like boxing, because they like to, as you answer this, they're going to go somewhere else and they'll go, chase you, have you chase them around. So let's go 7 and 1.
Revelation chapter 7 and 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Right? So you ask them, who is this speaking here? Who is this speaking here?
This is John the Revelator.
This is John the Revelator. So you ask them that first. Who is speaking here? Some of them will know, some of them may not know. If they don't know, of course, now you know you have them. You don't even know who talking here. How could you know what this verse means? If they do know, right, John the Revelator, and he's seeing a vision. And in this vision, this is what he's seeing. Read on.
Verse 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east.
Hold on.
Just have a quick question. Verse 1. Just for my want to know about the holding the 4 winds.
No sweat. Read it again.
And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, and that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. The winds here represent destruction, right? So just imagine like a hurricane, and an angel is holding back the winds like a wall, but the wind is plagues and war and famine and murder and disease, and it's destruction. It's volcanoes and earthquakes, and they're holding back the 4 winds in the Bible, similar to the 4 corners of the earth, but it's not literally 4 corners. And flat earthers use that to say, yeah, how could a circle have 4 corners or sphere? But it's old English talk for 70 times 7. It's not literal,
but that was a sort of number of a lot or enough, like 7 days. It took a long time. So when they say 4 corners, just saying all around the earth, north, south, east, west. 4. You get the point? All the 4 corners encompassing the whole earth, they holding back destruction to not hurt anything yet, right? The precept you want for this is where hurt none of them till the 144 is sealed in their forehead. That's what you want for this one right here. It might be right here too, right? Keep reading them. You understand now? Yes, go ahead.
Verse 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels.
What's the seal of the living God? That's what you'd ask a Christian. What's the seal of the living God?
Is it the truth?
What's this? That's the seal of the living God. Right? Your precept is in the Apocrypha. For your understanding, they ain't going to accept that. But that's the seal, where they say the heathens took our holy seal and defamed it. That's what the Jewish man did. That's our shield he has, and he done polluted it. That's in the Apocrypha. The holy seal. A seal is something you would put on a letter, right? And you close the letter down, you melt the hot wax, you put the wax there, and you take the ring. You take your ring or a stamp that's embossed with the same thing, and you seal it. So now your messenger, he can't open it because the seal would be broken. And then you take it to whoever, and everybody know, okay, this seal came from this king. Now this angel is coming bearing the seal of the living power. What's his seal, his symbol? Is this, right? Go ahead. And he cried with a loud voice.
And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. Verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
You understand? So that's really what it is. Like, this world is going through hell right now. It's not as much hell as would happen if that 144,000 was sealed. That's how you know the Christians don't have it. Muslims don't have it. This is the 144,000 is being built right now. And you still can't count it. That's in Thessalonians, I believe. Because some of that 144,000 is where? Dead in the grave. That they're coming out the grave. You get the point? So this is what's going on. This is the whole backdrop. And you're asking the Christian this, right? Because it's leading up to verse 9. All right, go ahead.
Verse 4. And I heard the number
now remember, the ones who sealed in their foreheads is that multitude in white that he talking about. That's the one who's going to gather before the Lord. A multitude out of all nations, right? So let's see who this multitude is. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Of who?
All the tribes of the children of Israel.
Of the children of who?
Of Israel.
That's it. It's not coming from everybody. Right. It's coming from all the tribes of the children of Israel. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000.
Of the tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000. You ask him, where is Judah? Who is Judah?
Negroes.
And where are the Negroes?
Scattered everywhere in the world.
The Negroes are in North America. They're in the nation of America. Keep reading.
Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000.
Who's Reuben?
Reuben is
Seminole.
The Seminole Indians.
Seminole Indians. And where are the Seminole Indians?
North America.
In the nation of America. Keep reading.
Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000.
Who's Gad? Yeah, ask a Christian. Who's Gad? The native, so-called native Indians, who would not be the Seminole Indians, but the ones from North Dakota. Who's from up there? The Blackfoot and stuff, I think, is Seminole. What's the other ones? The Lumdi? Lumdi is South too? Lumdi tribe. What's the other ones up there? The Sioux. The Sioux and them, they would be Gad. You get the point? The ones from further up north. I believe the Seminole Indians is the lower part of America. Right? Keep going.
Verse 6. Of the tribe Asher were sealed 12,000.
All right. Who is Asher?
Like Columbia to
to Uruguay. Brazil, Asha. Venezuela, Asha. Colombia, Asha. Bolivia, Asha. Uruguay, Asha. Who else is in there? Peru. Peru might be Naphtali, right? All that's Asha. Where they located? In South America, in the nations of Brazil, Colombia, Uruguay. Let's keep going. What verse we at? 6. Keep reading on.
Of the tribe of Naphtali.
Naphtali.
Were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe Manasseh.
Right, who's Naphtali?
That's South America. Peru to Argentina.
Argentina to Chile. So is Argentina, Chile, and I believe Peru that sits right on top of them, because Argentina and Chile really is that south peninsula. It's like split in half, right? I think the Andes split them in half, if I'm not mistaken, right? And they are in South America and they have their nation, right? But there's Israelites in that nation, right? Keep going.
Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000.
Who's Manasseh?
Cuba.
The Cubans today, right? And where they're located? In an island called Cuba. It used to be called Havana, right? Those native people there are the tribe of Manasseh. And you just run it all the way down. Zebulun, Levi, Joseph, Benjamin, all the way down, right? And they were all 12,000 from each tribe. That's what makes up the 144,000, right? So he said, don't harm the earth until we seal the Lord's servant. And who is the Lord's servant? We say, I heard the number of them which were sealed was 144,000 of Judah, of who's he say after? Reuben, of Gad, Ephraim, this one. So he's describing who's getting sealed. And now he see from that, as he telling you what he's seen the angel saying, the angel holding back the earth, and another angel bearing the seal saying, don't harm nobody here until we seal the 12,000 from each tribe. Then he sees right there another vision. Read on now, verse 9.
Verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne, and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. That
great multitude is who we just read about before. Right? That great multitude of all nations coming out of America, coming out of Brazil, coming out of Puerto Rico, coming out of UK, coming out of Belgium, coming out of France, coming out of Argentina, coming out of Chile, coming out of Russia. Right. That great nation, that's the nations they're coming out. When they say coming of all nations and kindreds and families, right? Similar families, and people of all sorts of people, of tongues. What is tongues? Languages. Right. Brazilians speak Portuguese, different from the Portuguese in Portugal. Ephraim speaks Spanish, not like the Spanish in Spain, not like the Spanish in the Dominican Republic, and it's not like the Spanish in Argentina, of different tongues. Judah speaks English and can't understand a Benjamite speaking the same goddamn English. Christian, what is you talking about? How does this translate into everybody? You're going to have people coming out of China, not Chinese people, but Israelites living in China. You could pull up right now on the internet. See if you can find a video. If it's too slow, let me know. I could do it up here. There's a video of a sister in China. Her father was in the military, went down there and tied fire to some old Moabite tail. Lord be with him. And of course, once she done get the fire, she turned on the brother and he left her. But his daughter is down there. And this sister looks like a sister from anywhere in America. And they ask her a question, they put the mic to her, and it's, and that's how she talks. And she described how hard it is to live in China because it's such a homogeneous nation. And the only Chinese, they don't have much people, and she had to struggle and fight and prove herself. She entered some beauty competition and win down there, and people was mad that how they could let this black girl win. But she's black. They ask her, well, who's her favorite song? To the left, she loved Beyonce. She's a nigga coming out of a nation speaking a different tongue. This is not talking about every single body. It's not talking about everybody. You think some more bite who eating children and worshiping Buddha for years gonna get a white robe and come before the Lord? White signifies what? Purity, right? The Lord ain't marrying these hoes that you all be marrying out here. That's for the Christian. Right? The Lord want a pure nation. So his people who coming back ain't gonna be mixed with something else. It's from the 12 tribes of Israel. You get the point? You found it?
No, I'm looking for it.
Okay, let me see if I find it for you. I'm pretty sure I could pull that up right now.
Sorry, sir, if I could.
Please,
this question right on this this verse,
Mm-hmm.
and on the top of 9, and I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number of all nations. Now, is that saying that's not the 12,000? Is that the 1/3? Because no man could number.
Okay. Yes, and I wouldn't say the 1/3 is clothed in white though. The clothed in white is that 144,000. That's going to be a government, a ruling government.
Okay.
The 1/3 is people who helped the priest. I mean, not necessarily be clothed. It's like coming out of Egypt. You had Moses, Joshua, Caleb, some of the brothers who worked with them and helped them. Then you had the others. Are they the same? It's not the same. You get, even though they come out with more, it's like that. These are people who done help the priest, help the Lord, but they're not in the military. They're not in the government. You get what I'm saying? But I understand. I fully understand your question, though. Hold on. Give me 2 Corinthians 11:2.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
For I am jealous over you with godly.
Give me verse 1. Start at verse 1.
2 Corinthians 11:1.
Mm-hmm.
Would to God ye could be would to God ye could bear with me a little in my folly,
Mm-hmm.
and indeed bear with me.
Mm-hmm. Meaning, like, okay, he's telling them, y'all indulge me for a little while. What I'm about to say, y'all gonna have to, you gotta bear with me for a little while. When he say indulge me in my folly, bear with me in my folly, in a little folly. It's not so saying he doing something, folly. He's just saying what are you about to say here is not just, a class. He's gonna put you on some game, right? Go ahead.
Verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
For I have espoused you. I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ.
Mm-hmm. So that would be a precept for the robes of white, like a chaste virgin to Christ. He espoused you to this you serving this God and this King. The whole parable with the bride, the bridegroom, and the bride, the wedding, is from this. You get the point? They all go together, and it's always talking about Israel. Bear with me. Let me find this black girl in China here. God damn, they have a ton of videos with these Hamites down there. I see why Barack couldn't find this shit.
If I could.
Mm-hmm.
When I went over to China, and I had to.
Oh shit, you was in China?
God
damn. How come you don't look like Su Young? Yeah,
my father wasn't in China.
Listen, that's it. Go ahead.
So when I went over there, I had to wait for the people who was coming to pick me up, and as I'm waiting there, I'm on my phone just trying to get in contact with my contact, my point of contacts, and I see this Moabite man just walk up, like in my peripheral. He just walk up to me, and then he just stands in front of me,
and he's looking,
looks me up and down, like straight up, like, and then he spit on the ground, and then walked away. And then that's when I looked up, and then as he was walking, he like, yeah, I'm looking at you, and what?
Yeah, he
Alright.
trying to make sure you understand that, nigga, you in China.
Concert, yeah.
You in China, and down here we'll whoop your ass. That's what he trying to tell you. He trying to make you feel uncomfortable. But once again, they have a very homogeneous society. Can't find the thing in Barack. I really cannot find the video now. There's a ton of them with these Hamites down there. I mean, being black in China. Look up that. Look up being black in China.
I see 120-minute video that says what it's like being black in China in 2021. But it's a 20-minute video.
Nah. This they have like this one is exclusive to this girl. Hold on. Checking the DC chat. Matter y'all just put that's it. Black Chinese girl, China idol. So what a master, yeah.
It's like a 2-minute video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is it.
Yeah, that's the one right there, brother. That's the one right there.
Okay.
The one at the top.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? And if you could play it, if there's audio, if you're able to play the audio. If not, I could do it from here. Mm-hmm. I could do it from here, if it's taking too long. I don't need to move on. It's already up?
Yeah.
No sweat. You don't know if the audio is playing.
Yeah, I'm about to check the YouTube.
Okay, if you are able to hear the video that's playing, just put a 1 in. Right? But this girl here, she is a sister. She would more than likely be a so-called Judite.
She look just like a sister.
Brother, she a weave on. You see her there? That's a wig or weave. That's I didn't think that's a lace front, but that's something. That ain't her real hair. Right? And this is her baby pictures. You know what I mean? Look at her. Look at this girl here. Just pause it right there. Pause it right there. Well, maybe before, where she's in the red and white thing with the pink. Brother, if you take the volume off of that, you will not know that that's, she's, a Moabite-ish. You would not know she's speaking Chinese. You would think this is a sister from, I don't know, what she look like. That look like, Texas. That had a Texas look on it. I don't know. What do y'all say? I didn't think that's, I can't say that's DC. Which one you have? What you have up now? Okay, yeah. She looked like a sister from anywhere America,
right?
Anywhere America, just talking. But when she start talking, it's Chinese coming out. Go ahead.
So could you play the video? I just checked that I don't hear audio on there.
You don't hear the audio? No sweat.
Just take the screen review.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it here now. Hold on.
Oh god.
Right, but y'all get my point, right?
Oh,
hopefully this didn't take too long.
that's my.
Chinese so well? I'd say because I'm Chinese. Felt out of place. Sometimes people on the street would ask me, why do you
that's her talking. I mean,
sometimes people
that's her talking.
Rarely felt out of place. Sometimes people
that's her voice. And she sounds straight up like like a Chinese person, but she's not Chinese. That's more than likely a Judite.
On the street would ask me, why do you speak Chinese so well?
And they're asking her why you speak it so well, and what she say?
Because I'm Chinese.
Out of all nations. We will come out of all nations. Right. She thinks she a Chinese. Right. Right now, she think Buddha is God and sake is the best drink in the world. Until somebody, let's say you're an Israelite, you're a Jew. Right. You get the point? We'll come out of all nations. Right.
When Lo Jing stepped into the national spotlight on a Chinese reality show called Go Oriental Angel, she got attention not necessarily because of her talent. but because of how she looked. Hosts fondly called her Chocolate Girl and Black Pearl. The Chinese media fixated on her skin color. Angry netizens vented online, saying she never should have been born and telling her to get out of China, sparking a bitter debate about race. In many respects, China can be considered a very homogenous society. More than 90% of the population is Han Chinese. So people who look different stand out. At first, I cried a lot, she says. Then I got angry, and finally, I just started to ignore it. Lo Jing's background became national gossip. Show producers convinced her mom to appear on air.
The curses, right? In cursing the city, cursing in the country, wherever you go, these curses will what? Pursue thee and overtake thee. Go ahead.
It's like, if I could, I know since the Chinese culture prefer to have boys, they have they have more men than they have women.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that that whenever they're going to course or find a wife, there is so much competition that you have to be at a certain status, and you have to present this to the female family in order to get chosen. You have to have X amount of education, X amount of background, and then they're not even considering this one when there's such a shortage.
I'm glad they ain't considering her. Shit, she might see this video and call the school and say, "Which one of you soldiers coming down here to rescue me from the great grand dragon tiger?" You know what I mean? I'm glad they ain't choosing her. And once again, and that's just a sidebar, that's proof the Lord know what he doing. Where normally women should outnumber men. So now there's greater onus on a woman to present something because she needs to get chosen. But now when men outnumber women, she's the rarity. And now what? I had to line up and prove, what? I don't know. Get the point?
The most private details of their life becoming painfully public. Lo Jing didn't ask me about her dad until she was 16, she told the audience. I cried, and she never asked me again. But as the show went on, so...
That's to show you evil ass monsters are. That's what I want to go into tonight. You bitches. She said the girl never asked her about her father until she was 16.
Right.
You never told her about her father until she was 16.
Right.
I want to know what she was telling her for 16 years. 16 years, she ain't got no daddy. The cartoon nigga got a daddy. Them anime shows, the Pokemon nigga, he got a father. She ain't got no daddy.
Right.
But woman again.
So
Everybody
did Lo
hates Chris.
Jing, listening to Beyonce, her favorite artist, hanging out with...
She in China, but her favorite artist is Beyonce.
Right.
She all the way in in the Nihao province, but she part of the beehive all the way over there. All the way over there. She's a little bee in the beehive, all the way over there, because out of all nations, the Lord's people will come, speaking different languages of different tongues and kindred. You get the point?
And so did Lo Jing, listening to Beyonce, her favorite artist, hanging out with classmates and going to school.
Look how she dressed, Doc. Look how everybody else dressed. Everybody else looked like they come out of a concentration camp. She got the high
But as the show went on,
the puffy
so
coat.
did Lo Jing,
She looking,
Beyonce,
she looking as
her
fly as
favorite
an
artist,
Israelite could look.
hanging out with classmates.
Like you could tell,
and
okay,
going
yeah,
to school.
that's a sister coming out there. That's you see what I'm
hanging
talking
out
about,
with
right?
classmates and going to
Like
school.
that's Eve, that's Eve coming right there, and that's just it. If anybody ever
I
asks
was so
about
angry, says her drama teacher, but she said she wasn't letting these things get
Ruth
to her
being
heart.
the more Moabitish woman, you could show them that. Yeah, I mean that would be a proof. You get me?
You step outside to the door. Step up to the door.
All right, next. That was it, Bakwash? Yeah, go ahead.
Can you use Acts 2 and 5 for a precept for this?
Let me hear you.
And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
Mm-hmm. Read it one more time.
Acts chapter 2, verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
Yes. Yes. You could use that. That's a direct precept for you. Bukwash, Revelation 7 and 9. Right? Jews, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what verse was this?
That's like Acts 2 and 5.
Bear with me one. Right, and of course, once you're done here, then you could go to the Apocrypha, because you don't prove it here in the New Testament. This, the one in Acts, them two, you're good to go. The one in the Apocrypha, give it to me.
About the seal, sir?
Not the seal. The great multitude. And a man stood. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 42.
Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 42. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns.
Right, so Bukwash, that would be a proof that the multitude is the 144,000, because he set crowns on their head. Right, go ahead.
He set crowns and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of God. Now they are crowned and receive palms.
Same thing how they had the palms in Revelation. Go ahead.
Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of God, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
That's a good precept. Anytime, you starting to, I don't want to say struggle, because I don't like that word struggle. I think it's an excuse. Anytime you're starting to forget, that's really what it is. You done forgotten, so now you're struggling. These are them that stood stiffly. Read that part again. He said, then I began to commend, greatly commend. Go ahead.
Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
What does that mean? To stand so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Like when they're rooted and can't be moved.
They can't be moved. They can't be. Describe it another way. You're right, though.
So would it be like hard-headed in the truth?
I'll take that. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Rigid.
Rigid, as opposed to being what? Swayed by what? Precept. Give me it. That's how you'll bring it home. Precept. Swayed by what? Come on. Who have it?
Could you use like trying to find it's like the precept with the parable of the sower?
There's one more direct. Come on. 3 seconds.
Spoil,
2.
At least any man spoil you with philosophy or vain deceit.
You close. Not that one, though. 1. In Ephesians 4 and 14.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro.
These are them that take off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal. We are no longer children, tossed to and fro. tossed over here and tossed back over here, swaying in the wind. Go ahead.
And carried about with every wind of doctrine.
Every wind of doctrine. That's people in the world. And people in the world, they come to the camp. Yeah, I know that. You know, I used to be a Moor. And then somehow, I used to be a Muslim. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, well, I believe in the Bible. Yeah, the rest of it, they just tossed because they don't stand stiffly for something. They ain't, as you say, hard-headed in the truth. They're not that. It's too extreme for them. It's too extreme. But those people who he saw on that mountain, those are them that stood stiffly for the truth. This is what it is, and that's that. There's no compromise in that thing. You understand? We're not that. We're not purple. We don't tell people, you know, go hide and send me money. I don't understand that shit. Like who is that's your genie? That got to be some kind of magic trick. Like, yeah, go ahead and hide. Just send me the cash. Nigga, I would much rather have you at camp. I would much rather you come out the closet and stop hiding. Hint, hint, pun intended. I'm meant to call you a faggot. That's what I'm meant to call you. The homosexuals don't hide. But he telling them go hide to say they're the real Jews? Imagine that. Imagine the homos don't hide no more. They coming out the closet ark. They go into the kindergarten school naked and full of rainbows. And you telling a grown-ass man who find out he's a real Jew and excited to do it in secret? What else is your faggot purple ass doing in secret? Huh? Nasty Nate with the tranny in Arizona? You think we forgot? Huh? Go ahead.
Just like you're saying, they're doing stuff out in the open. The whole scandal of Balenciaga and Adidas, how they're doing child pornography and all this other stuff. It's out in the open. They were advertising this stuff.
Brother, don't nobody hide about nothing no more. There's that day is gone.
Right.
There was a day where, you know, the mafia people hiding, you know, the Albanians hiding, the Arab hiding. Now everybody's just out, you know, this is who I am and you gotta accept me. But you gonna tell somebody go and hide. You don't stand stiffly for the Lord. Right. And you don't want a brother to get a crown? Like, come on now. You telling him go hide? Shit. Listen, I have a fault. I try to force forces on everybody's head and get checked for it after. I'm shocked. Why you care about this nigga so much? You get the point? These are them that stood stiffly for the Lord, so you could go there after. But if it's a Christian battling you on that particular verse, I would stay right there and just grind him into who is this? Who is Judah? Who is this? Who is Ephraim? Where are they? You get the point? As a nation, our people identify themselves with the flag. Right? I.S.U.P.K with the La Raza, the Viva La Raza with the flag. Everything is the flag. Jamaicans, forget about it with that flag. Guyanese, the flag. Ephraim, the flag. They Boricua. All those Compoyo, they identify with that nation. And out of that, you're going to get Joseph. You get the point? Out of that, you're going to get, you know, the Benjamites. Out of that, you're going to get Asher. You're going to get this one. You're going to get that one. Right. That's what that scripture is talking about. This is not an all-inclusive. You get the point? This is not. And tell the Christian this too. Is everybody invited to your Thanksgiving dinner? Do they open the door for everybody to come in? Right. Do they?
No.
If you show up, what they say? Boring. And then they say, wait right there. Hey, anybody know this Bama? Hey, call Vincent. He always hanging out with the strays. Hey, Vince, go by the door. See if that's one of your boys. No, I don't know that nigga. Oh, nah, man. Listen, we can't let you in. I don't know you. Right. So if you could reject people, why God have to accept everybody? You better than God? Right. These Christians are dumb. Huh? But that's where I would go and run it down with them, all right? Go ahed. That was it?
The concert.
Okay, no sweat.
I do have another question if I could.
Mm-hmm.
It's a scripture in Revelations 9:4, and it's talking about don't hurt the tree or any green thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's talking about Israel. Is that I'm not gonna say that, but is that similar to when we were in Egypt
and Egypt got the plagues, and we weren't harmed by that.
No, don't go that deep with it. Once again, be simple. Any green thing is referring to something with life that grows. Think the Valley of Dry Bones, and now they're living again. Just think how you are when you come into the truth.
Right.
You get new life. You don't walk heavy no more. You ain't, you want to tell everybody about the truth. You have youth again. Just think like that. Like the green thing is talking about those in the truth. It's saying the green thing because it's like young and like green grass or young, Even when they talk about Christ, they say he was a tender root that grew out of, when they're comparing him to Nazareth. They say, could anything grow good out of Nazareth? And he came forth as a young, tender plant. That's in the Bible. It's comparing that this thing has life, right? I understand what you're saying with Egypt. I wouldn't go that far. I would just break it down right there, right? You good to go? Okay. Anything else?
I had a question that was on top.
Go ahead.
I just want a quick breakdown on the Lucifer in the Bible. Just a refresher on it. I believe it's in Isaiah 14:12. Just grab the scripture right first. This is in general breakdown of Lucifer.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
Right. I got you. And what was the question?
Just giving the breakdown of who Lucifer was in the Bible.
Okay. You ready for Chicago? No sweat. Hey, Bukwash, do me a favor. Hand me that black is the black extension cord right there?
No, it's right here.
Could it reach? It don't have to reach all the way, but just to plug it don't have to get all the way. You need it?
No.
You sure?
No.
All right, no sweat. That's all right, Doc. Just give me. So what?
I think it might be plugged into one that's not working.
No, it is. It's good.
Just YouTube.